Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christine McKellar, and I'm here with the great live and kicking producer and star of Evil Dead the Musical, now playing at Tommy Wynn Theater.
You said live and kick. I just kicked this guy. When you said that.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you're not
I
dead
just went,
corpse.
I was going to say, we did think he was dead
Yeah.
for a while.
For a
Greg
minute.
Corin and Rob Harpist. And we were talking about disruptive audiences before we went to break, because my only experience, I had the worst audience ever. And but you've learned how to deal with it. And
We know how to deal with these guys.
and they are guys usually, except
It-
for the
it
one
is.
that the girl that had to be.
This
pulled.
is probably the only musical comedy that has a predominantly male audience. Which it's good, it's fun, but as you experienced, it can be a pain. But we've been doing it long enough now. We know how to deal with these people, and we've kind of become a kinder, gentler show,
Oh, I see.
if that's possible.
So you didn't want to instigate, perhaps, or
Oh
what do
no,
you-
we don't want to. We're there, and this is something that my wife pointed out because she's seen the show a number of times, and she came in. And the one thing that she loves about the show that makes it fun for her to watch is we have 6 people on stage who all genuinely like each other.
right, like a family.
Yeah, we all genuinely like each other. We have an affection for each other. We all hang out when we're not working. And she said that reads.
Good.
That reads on stage. She said you can absolutely tell that all of us like each other and like to be on stage together. And especially Rob and I, when we get on stage, it's a party. It's a party.
And you do various roles. You play Ash, who's the main character at times, but you also are the MC.
Yeah,
And
I was hired on to take Ash, to be Ash's understudy, if you will. And then the guy who was playing Ed wound up leaving shortly thereafter, and so they wound up putting me in there. And in all honesty, I think I have more fun playing Ed than Ash, because Ed, the joke with Ed is Ed doesn't really get a lot of words in, so it's completely physical. And I love that. I mean, I've always loved Charlie Chaplin and
Right.
that slapstick kind of thing.
Right.
So for me, like, that's the role that I have a lot more fun with.
that takes a lot of talent, too, to be able to convey without the words.
It does. And the nights that I have off when I watch the show, he says I can hear you giggling in the back. every time he does something, it just cracks me up. It kills me.
And what's your role in this show, for those who haven't seen the show yet?
I play good old reliable Jake. Jake is the woodsman, the hillbilly, who he knows where the cabin in the woods is, and he has to take. He takes Annie, the archaeologist who has the demon pages, and Ed, who is her father's associate, to the cabin where all hell breaks loose.
Literally.
Literally.
It's demonic. It's
Literally.
hellish. It's
And it's like-
bloody, it's
We have no idea what we're walking into, our characters.
Yeah.
But actually, as
We don't know
as
everything we're
actors,
walking into.
we don't know what we're walking into. It's
funny,
something
though.
that it's the joy of live theater. It's a different show every night.
I love it. The nuances, anything
Oh yes.
goes.
Oh,
yeah.
and it's like when we come running in at the end of Act 1, Ash is killing his girlfriend. His
Demonic Ash.
Yes, he has become his girlfriend is a demon. He's cutting her head off with a chainsaw. But we have somebody inside the counter where he's doing it with a hose that is just spraying him with blood.
Oh.
He is covered in blood, in stage blood. And there was a couple of nights where the 3 of us ran on stage and there was a big puddle of blood on the floor, and we just went. One night, Chris ran on stage and he hit a puddle of blood and went flying. He slid right into the center of the stage, and I just went, safe.
You've never seen, like, when you see a 6'8" person that, like, literally his legs go out from under him like that. It was one of those.
It was
where,
like a tree falling. In
Yeah.
the-
Oh, seriously.
boom. I mean, like, right on his butt.
A mighty oak has fallen in the wood, and you were on stage for that, and
I didn't know what to do. I was looking at it. I was just like, I mean, I was Ed. I wasn't allowed to say anything because the joke is he doesn't talk.
He
I was
stayed
like,
in character.
So I just stepped over and went safe, and we carried on with the scene.
Great. So there's challenges within each
Oh yeah,
production, and
yeah. Every show is different.
what
Something
was
is-
your biggest challenge when you first? How did you actually even become part of this? You have such a background. A little bit about your background.
I have been doing this since I was a teenager.
Theater.
Yep. I started when I was 5 years old.
Oh, yes.
I went to a Catholic school in Great Falls, Montana, the Ursuline Academy. One of our kindergarten teachers was a nun. Now, this will show you how old I am. She was a World War II refugee from France.
Ooh.
And at that time, World War II was not that far away. This was in the 50s. So this will tell you how old I am. But she taught us all how to speak French.
Oh.
And I first stepped on stage at the age of 5 as the woodcutter in production of Little Red Riding Hood that we all did in French.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And then it went on from there. I was what they called I was a smart kid, but
Prodigy.
Most of my teachers called me a pain in the butt. But my third grade teacher, I love her to this day, and she said, "I got to find something for this kid to do." I was writing plays. I was writing school plays when I was in third grade.
Wonderful.
And then I went on to junior high, high school. I am one of the few people to actually get a bachelor's degree in theater from Montana State University, which is an agricultural college. People are going, "Why are you going to an ag school for theater?" I'm like,
because I live there.
Yeah.
You got to deal with what you got.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
And we were blessed because our entire theater department, they were New York actors who had come out to Montana, liked it, and stayed, and got jobs at the university teaching theater. You know, we had guys like Ben Tone, Ron Green, who the names mean nothing to the average person, but people who know New York theater will recognize them. And
isn't that something?
Yeah, and then I ended up here after college. My brother was a boss at Caesars, and he called me up and says, "Yeah, you're a big shot. You're graduating." I mean, yeah. He said, "So, tell me, big shot, what are you going to do with a bachelor's degree in theater in Montana?" So 2 weeks later, I was here, and
that began the whole Vegas venues.
Yeah.
And now, Evil Dead. Were you approached, or was it your idea? What's the backstory?
I saw the audition notice, and a friend of mine had seen the show when it played in New York City back in 1999, and he said, "I just saw the show. You would be a really good Jake." This was 17.
Right off the bat.
This was 17 years ago. He said, "I can totally see you as Jake," and I'm like, "Yeah, right. Go away." And I saw the audition notice, and so I sent my stuff in. I did the audition. I couldn't do the callback because I was doing another show at the time at the Onyx Theater, and so like 3 weeks went by. I didn't hear from that producer at the time. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I blew it. And then all of a sudden, one Sunday night, the phone rang, and he's like, "Can you be at rehearsal tomorrow? I want you to be Jake."
Just like that.
Yeah.
There it was.
Mm-hmm. That was 3.5 years ago. And I'm still there.
And you're the producer now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I'm not. I am on the production staff. I don't like to refer to it as being a producer, but I am able to guide the show.
So were you in part mostly responsible for, say, like hiring this handsome fellow?
I was not responsible for hiring Rob.
No.
Our former producer hired Rob, but I am very glad that he did.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if part of the rehearsal, everybody in the back of their heads going, "Do we really like this person?" Or do you just think like you guys are just being sucked into this vortex that you have to be?
I was lucky because when I walked in the door, they said, "That's Bruce Campbell."
Yeah, you do look. I know, and that's a compliment.
But that was. I mean, there was no question. They watched me walk in. They went, "That's Ash."
Yeah. Yep. We knew. Except Jennifer. She said, "That's George Clooney."
Well, one or the other. Neither one is bad.
It depends on if I pull my hair back and you see the gray coming in.
That's right. You have to put your gray in.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
The show.
Seriously.
The rest of us are doing everything we can to get the gray out of our lives, and you're sitting there.
I earned my gray.
Haven't we all? I'm not talking about.
No, I'm a father and a grandfather. I wear it proudly.
Yes. Well, you've earned every stripe. You're still earning your stripes. Well, we'll talk. We're going to talk more about you when we come back.
All right.
There's so much going on between the two of you in the show, and the anniversary. We have to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
Don't forget about the Red Roof Inn across from the Hard Rock in Paradise. No resort fees, no parking fees. That's a good thing. We'll be right back.